नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं वाचं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् जितं ते पुण्डरीकाक्ष नमस्ते विश्वभावन नमस्तेस्तु हृषीकेश महापुरुषपूर्वज सदक्षरं ब्रह्म य ईश्वरः पुमान् गुणोर्मि सृष्टिस्थितिकालसल्लयः प्रधानबुद्ध्यादिजगत्प्रपञ्चसूः सनोऽस्तु विष्णुर्मतिभूतिमुक्तिदः सद्भाव एवं भवतो मयोक्तो ज्ञानं यथा सत्यम् असत्यम् अन्यत् एतत्तु यत् संव्यवहारभूतं तत्रापि चोक्तं भुवनाश्रितन्ते यज्ञः पशुर्वह्निरशेष ऋत्विक् सोमस्सुराः स्वर्गमयश्च कामः इत्यादि कर्माश्रितमार्गदृष्टं भूरादिभोगाश्च फलानि तेषां यच्चैतद् भुवनगतं मया तवोक्तं सर्वत्र प्रजतिः तत्र कर्मवश्यः ज्ञात्वैवं ध्रुवम् अचलं सदैकरूपं तत्कुर्याद्विशतिः येन वासुदेवम्. So we finished with the 12th adhyaya where the description of Shishumara Akriti of Vishnu and how all of these planets and grahas and nakshatras, all of these have their, they are tied to Dhruva nakshatra, and Dhruva is firmly established as at the tail of the Shishumara Akriti. People who do yogasana, upasanadikam ye kurvanti tetu atra they go from bhumi, swargam, and then bhur bhuvaswaha maha janaha tapaha satyam. They travel within these worlds, but if there is anyone who wants to, who thinks, who does all of these karyas, that is, who does the karma, who follows the karma kanda by with his mind in Vasudeva, then he moves away from this process of going up and down and he attains moksha. So we finished with this 12th adhyaya. Now in the 13th adhyaya, this is a very interesting story here, Jataparada Upakyanam, and very famous also because it shows about the attachment that can form even for a person who is completely in the Jivan Mukta state, and a small attachment can, even if it is a positive attachment, can lead to another janma. So that is the importance of this Upakyanam. So अथ त्रयोदशोऽध्यायः श्री मैत्रेय उवाच भगवन् सम्यक् आख्यातं यत्पृष्टोऽसि मया अखिलं भूसमुद्रादिसरितां संस्थानं ग्रह संस्थितिं. हे भगवन् पराशर, यत् मया पृष्टं, पृष्टः, whatever you have been asked by me, यत् त्वं पृष्टः असि मया, तत् सर्वं अखिलं Bhu Samudradi Saritam Samsthanam. The Samsthanam or arrangement of this earth, Samudras, Sarit, the Nadi, each, he described about each of those Dvipas, Saptadvipa Vasundara iti tatra, Eka Pratyekam Dvipam Tatra Varnayitva, Tadanantaram Ekaikasyapi Dvipasya Parivartana Rupena Tatra, Keke Samudraha Vartante. He described all those Samudras and the Varshas, the Nadis that are there, the rivers that are flowing within those regions. All of those have been described very beautifully by you. So, Graha Samsthitim cha Samyak Akhyatam. The arrangement of the planets or the astereal beings, whatever, those vastus that are there, Jyotimshi, that are there on the Akasha, that also has been explained very well. Fine. Vishnu Adharam Tatha Chaitat Trilokyam Samavasthitam. So this is the quality of a listener, that he has listened to whatever has been said before. He says, you have explained all of these things, now you explain this. You will have to give the correlation to what is the question that he is asking, not just random questions that he is asking. So, Vishnu Adharam Tatha Chaitat Trilokyam Samavasthitam Paramarthaha tu Tena Uktaha Yatha Jnanam Pradhanataha. Vishnu Adharam Tatha cha Etat. This entire Brahmandam is Vishnu Adharam. It is also based on Vishnu. It is having Vishnu as its Adhara. That has also been said by you. Te Proktaha. तेन उक्तः इत्युक्ते पराशरेण एव तेन त्वया उक्तः इति वक्तव्यं तत्र. Otherwise that tena won't fit here. You can take tena as tena tvaya uktah asmi iti. So or tena by explaining all of this, tena akhyatena aham evam uktah paramarthah uktah asmi. So I have been told about the truth. Paramarthasya swarupas jnanam api tatra pratipaditam eva. Yatha jnanam pradhanatah paramarthah vartate. Just as how it is jnanam which is the most important thing among everything else, that has also been told by you, which has Vishnu as its adharam and yetcha trilokyam samavasthitam, where this and all three worlds are firmly established. Okay, so Vishnu adharam tatha chaitat trilokyam samavasthitam. This entire three worlds are placed in Vishnu and have Vishnu as the substratum, adhara. Paramarthastu tena uktaha. From that I have understood that yatha jnanam pradhanataha paramarthaha eva iti api atra uktaha eva. So it has been said that jnanam is the pradhanam vastu here. And jnanam is Vishnu. So jnana swarupaha Vishnuhu eva iti tatra. Yattu etat bhagavan aha bharatasya mahipatehe kathayishyami charitam tat mama akhyatum arhasi. Yattu bhagavan aha. That which you said before. Bharatasya mahipatehe etat charitam kathayishyami iti yat bhagavan aha. Bharata Munehe or Bharata Mahipatehe, the great king Bharata, his charitam, I will tell you about his story. Kathayishyami, I will explain about King Bharata's charitam. Iti yat bhagavan aha, that which you promised before, tat mama akyatum arhasi. You now have to tell me about that story which you promised before. Tatra Rajnyam Vamsha Varnane, as he explained how each of those varshas were allocated to one king, and then that particular king's Vamshavali lineage was also described. During that time, he said, I will talk to you about this Bharata Muni's charitam later. So Maitreya has kept that in mind, and now he is asking here. Bharataha samahipalaha shalagrame avasat kila yogayuktaha samadhaya vasudeve sada manaha. Saha mahipalaha Bharataha. That king Bharata shalagrame avasat sada manaha vasudeve samadhaya yogayuktaha san shalagrame avasat kila. He stayed in Shalagramam. Shalagrama is a place near Nepal, and there is a river Gandaki which flows through that city, and the stones that are found inside that river is called are the Shalagrama stones, and there is the presence of Vishnu in it. So Shalagrame avasat kila. How did he stay there? Vasudeve sada manaha samadhaya. He had placed his mind completely on Vasudeva. Samadhaya, samadhi rupena tatra manaha samsthapya ekagra chittatvena. Having concentrated his mind upon Vasudeva, yoga yukta san tatra yoga marge yatyaduktam tat sarvam tatra he followed all of those things that were spoken of in the yoga marga, and tatha avasat Shalagrame. He was staying in Shalagrama in this manner. Punyadesha prabhavena dhyayataha cha sada harim katham tu na abhavan muktihi yad abhut sadvijaha punaha. Why is it that he did not attain mukti at that point of time when he was capable of completely immersing himself in Hari? So sada harim dhyayataha punyadesha prabhavena. Generally we try to visit all of these three tirtha sthanam because tirthi kurvanti tirthani. It is the great people who make these places as tirtham, because by their visit they remove all of the papam, the sins that people come with, and they are capable of making those punya sthalam into a tirtham again. So tirthi kurvanti iti. Every places like these have a prabhava, because there have been so many people who have come there and done tapas. So there is a prabhavam that is there, a strength that is there in those places. So punya desha prabhavena, when we go to that particular place and do a japam, let's say we do some sort of a prayer at home, yes, it does have an effect. But if we go to a temple or if we go to a punya kshetram and do the same japa, there will be a multiplication there because of the effect of the surroundings. Your mind will also be concentrating much more. It will focus more than when you are at home, because at home you will be thinking about the stove. Something or the other will come up. There will be disturbances at home. But when you go to this punya sthalam, there is that aura that surrounds that place, and so it will make you focus more on what you have to do. That is why punya desha prabhavastu tatra pradhanaha eva. So the effect of that punya desham must have made him do meditation upon Vishnu even in a greater effect, right? So sada harim dhyayataha, he was doing dhyanam of Hari constantly. Tarhi katham muktihi na abhavat, kimartham, why did he not attain liberation? Saha punaha dvijaha abhut cha, yat punaha dvijaha abhut muktim cha katham na abhavat. He again took on another janma as a dvija, as a brahmana. Why is it that he did not attain liberation? Okay, so this is the question that Maitreya is asking. He also follows up by saying vipratve cha kritam tena yad bhuyaha su mahatmana bharatena munisreshta tat vaktum tat sarvam vaktum arhasi. Now he wants to understand why this happened. Yad bhuyaha vipratve kritam tena, when he became a brahmana, bhuyaha su mahatmana bharatena yat vipratve kritam, vipratve sati yatyat kritam tena tat sarvam vaktum arhasi. So when he took on that brahmana janma, vipratve kritam, vipratve, when he was in that brahmana janma, tena su mahatmana bharatena, he munisreshta parashara, tena su mahatmana bharatena kim kritam yat kritam tat sarvam vaktum arhasi. Yad bhuyaha kritam, அதாவது மறுபடியும் அவர் அந்த ஜன்மாவில் என்ன பண்ணார்? So again, whatever he did during that janma, when he took on that janma of a brahmana, tat sarvam vaktum arhasi, you have to tell me about all of those things. So Parashara uvacha शालग्रामे महाभागो भगवन्यस्त मानसः स उवास चिरं कालं मैत्रेय पृथ्वीपतिः. हे मैत्रेय, सः पृथ्वीपतिः, that king Bharata, शालग्रामे महाभागः, सः a great king Bharata, Bhagavanyasta Manasaha, one who had placed his mind in Bhagavan. So Bhagavati Nyastam Manasam Yasya Saha. So one who had focused his mind on Bhagavan. Shalagrame Chiram Kalam Uvasa. He stayed there for a long time. Atra Dvitiyatu Kaladhvanor Atyanta Samyoge iti. He did not move out of that place at all. So he stayed there for a long time. So Chiram Kalam Uvasa. He stayed there for a long time. Ahimsadishu ashesheshu guneshu guninam varaha avapa paramam kashtam manasaschapi samyame. Among guninam varaha saha ahimsadishu ashesheshu guneshu paramam kashtam Manasaha samyame api paramam kashtam avapa. Paramam kashtam is utkrishta. Kashta is usually the corner. Kashta also means direction. Kashta here can mean the peak. So he attained a great peak in all of these qualities and in controlling his mind. Manasaha samyame Paramam Kashtam Avapa. He attained a great peak in control of his mind. Samyame, Manasaha Samyame, control. He attained a great achievement. Guninam Varaha Saha, one being a person who is the greatest among those people who have good qualities. Guni, ityukte gunaha asya asti iti guni. ये ये गुणिनः वर्तन्ते तेषां मध्ये अयन्तु वरः श्रेष्ठः एव तर्हि श्रेष्ठः इति कारणादेव सर्वेषु गुणेषु you take all of those 24 atmagunas in Gita, right? Amanitvam, adambitvam, ityadikam. So atra ahimsadishu ashesheshu guneshu, in all of the qualities like ahimsa, etc., he again reached a great achievement, great position with respect to all of these gunas also. That is, he had internalized all of these gunas. Usually they say among those 24 gunas, you think about, take any one guna which is probably the most easy for you to follow. Take it up as a vratam, like the kanganam kattindu oru baddha parikara iva, you follow that atmagunam. Automatically, as you become more and more steadfast in one of those atmagunas, the rest will automatically follow. If you follow Satyam, let's say, no matter what, not even white lies, not even on the phone, you will not say that, oh, I am busy, I may not be able to come, Vityadikam tu na tatra. You have no work, but still you say you are busy, then that is a white lie. You don't even do that. Just follow Satyam to the letter T, completely. Then automatically all of the other Atmagunas will just follow without our realization. That's why he puts all of them in one class. You don't need to follow everything there. Right? So, ahimsadishu, ashesheshu guneshu, guninam varaha, avapa paramam kashtam, manasaha chapi samyame. Yajnesha, Achyuta, Govinda, Madhava, Ananta, Keshava, Krishna, Vishnu, Hrishikesha, Ityaha, Raja, Sakevalam. Saha Raja Kevalam iti aha. That king only said all of these things. That is, every nama of Vishnu was the only thing that came in his mind. Yajnesha, Yajnanam Isha. Achyuta, one who never moves away from his bhakta, or one who does not fall down from his position at all. Govinda, Go Nama Prithvi. Prithvi Rakshakaha iti. Or Go Krishnavatare tu tatra Gavam Rakshakaha. Madhava, Ananta, Keshava, these are all names of Vishnu here. Krishna, Vishnu, Hrishikesha, Hrishikanam Ishaha, one who is the controller of all the Indriyas here. Ityaha Saha Raja Kevalam. These are, he could only, he kept on chanting the names of Vishnu. Na anyata jagada maitreya kinchit swapnantare picha. He did not speak any other thing even in his swapnam. That's very difficult, no? But what will you dream of in your swapnam? Whatever you practice more and more in your real life. So those impressions keep on accumulating in your mind, and those impressions are the ones that are going to feature in your dream also. So the more and more you do sadvishaya outside, the more and more sadvishaya will get translated into your swapnam also. Jadabarada is an example for it. Jada iti, that extra fitting came only later for him. He was first called Bharataha eva. So, na anyat kinchit api, swapnantare api, na anyat kinchit jagada. He did not speak anything else other than Bhagavan Nama. Etat param tadarthancha vina na anyat achintayat. Etat param tadarthancha. This was the ultimate thing that he thought about, tad artham cha, and the meanings of all of these things. So you don't simply say Madhava, Ananta, Keshava, Krishna ityadikam tu. Tatra you understand the meaning of each and every word of it. See, for example, if you take Lalita Sahasranamam, if you are thinking of the word, each one of those words, Aparna, iti Ambayaha Nama, right? You don't just think about it, Aparna, Chanta, Muntadi, ityadikam, but you think about the meaning of that particular word in your mind, then it solidifies in your mind more than that. So, and the names can come by rote. The names would be there in your memory. Those names would keep on going, but you will be thinking about something else. Tatha nasti iti vakti atra. Etat param tarhi namaparam eva tatra chinta vartate tadartham cha vina na anyat achintayat. If he was thinking about something else, the meaning was also only of the namas that he was saying. So the nama and its artham. So he was only thinking about those two things. Na anyat achintayat. Bharata Raja was not thinking about anything else. Samit pushpa kusha adanam chakre devakriya krite. Chakre devakriya krite. Na anyani chakre karmani nissangaha yoga tapasaha. Nissangaha without any sanga, without any attachment towards anything in the world. Yoga tapasaha, like a tapasa, like a muni who was engaged in yogic practices. Karmani, anyani karmani na chakre. He did not do any other work other than what he did in the first line here. Samit pushpa kusha adanam devakriya krite adanam chakre. Devakriya krite, for the sake of doing puja for deva. Deva karyam yadyad vartate karya krite eva karyaya samit adanam pushpa adanam kusha adanam cha chakre. He collected samit, he collected flowers, and he also collected darbha grass. Na anyani karmani chakre, he did not do any other work other than what is due for the god. Jagama saha abhishekartham ekadatu mahanadi sasnau tatra tada chakre snanasya anantarakriyaha. Now is the story. So saha bharataha abhishekartham snanartham mahanadim jagama, he went to a great river to take a bath. Sasnau tatra, he also took a bath there at that in that nadi, nadyam sasnau. Tada snanasya anantara kriyaha cha chakre. He also performed all of the other duties that you do after your snanam. Nitya karmadikam yat vartate tat sarvam tu akaroditi. So he performed all of the actions that needed to be performed after taking a bath. Atha ajagama tattiram jalam patum pipasita asanna prasava brahmanna ekaeva harini vanat. Atha, then, as he was performing his anantarakriyaha at that point of time, tasmin samaye eva atha tattirtham jalam patum, in order to drink water, pipasita, a very thirsty harini, female deer, asanna prasava, who was going to just give birth at that moment. She was in labor and she was very thirsty. Eka eva, single person, that is, there was no herd or anything. She had come away from her herd and she was alone there. So eka eva, he Brahman Maitreya, tattirtham vanat tattirtham ajagama. From the forest, this deer came to that tirtham, to that nadi, because she was jalam patum, because she was very thirsty and she wanted to drink water from this river. Tatas samabhavat tatra pita praye jaletaya simhasya nadaha sumahan sarvaprani bhayankaraha. Tataha, after that, after she came to that tirtham, to that mahanadi, tatra mahanadyam atava tate eva Taya jale pitapraye sati. When the water was almost drunk by her, that is, she had finished drinking water. When she had almost finished drinking water, pita prayam ityukte tatra almost she wanted to drink a little bit more, but as she was finishing up her or satisfying her thirst, so mahan sarvaprani bhayankaraha simhasya nadaha samabhavat. There was a great simhanada, the roar of a lion was heard at that point of time, which was sarvaprani bhayankaraha, which invoked fear in every living being at that point of time. So there was a great roar of a lion, and she was also asanna prasava. Naturally, deer, when it hears the roar of a lion, it becomes very afraid and it thinks that the lion is going to come and catch her, right? So she becomes very afraid also. Sarvaprani bhayankaraha iti chete tatra mrigasya visheshataha bhayankaraha eva bhavet. So tata samabhavat tatra pitapraye jaletaya simhasya nadaha sumahan sarvaprani bhayankaraha. Tatasa sahasa trasat apluta nimnaga tatam atyucha arohanena asyaha nadyam garbha papata saha. Saha garbha nadyam papata. So tataha simhanadasya shravananantaram, after hearing that simhanada, sa harini sahasa immediately trasat apluta nimnaga tatam apluta. She tried to climb onto the banks of the river. Nimnaga ityukte nimnam prati gacchati, nimna desham prati gacchati sa iti nadi. So water, a river always flows down towards a lower position. So nimnam is lower. So it always tries to flow to the lower position. A river never climbs up. Right? So nimnaga is a nadi. Nadi tatam apluta. She jumped onto the river's banks. Okay, trasat, sahasa trasat, sahasa immediately, trasat out of fear, sa mrigi, the female deer, nimnaga tatam apluta, she jumped onto the river's banks. Ati ucha arohanena nadyam asyaha garbha papata, saha garbha papata. So ati ucha arohanena, because she was trying to jump to a very higher position from the river, asyaha saha garbha, the garbha, her pregnancy, that is the womb, the child which was there inside her, immediately fell into the river. That is, the child was born at that time. Because of that great effort, the child was immediately born. So the deer cub fell into the actually the entire garbham just fell along with the amniotic fluid and the uterus and everything. It just fell down because of that great effort that she took into jumping onto the banks of the river. So immediately that garbha itself fell into the river. Tam uhyamanam vegena vichimala pariplutam jagraha sanripaha garbhat patitam mrigapotakam. Garbhat patitam mrigapotakam. As it was being taken by force by the river, so naturally the cub also came out of that garbha. Garbhat patitam mrigapotakam saha nripaha jagraha. So the garbha, because of the vichi mala pariplutam vegena, because of the speed on the river, the force of the river, there were a lot of waves that were also there, being tossed by the waves of the river. Vichi mala pariplutam tam uhyamanam, the mrigapotam, the deer cub was being carried by the river, and the nripaha jagraha, he quickly caught hold of that small deer cub which was just born, which had just separated itself from that garbha. So garbhat patitam mrigapotakam nripaha jagraha, he took hold of that child, that cub. Garbha prachyuti doshena prottunga akramanena cha maitreya sapi harini papata cha mamara cha. Garbha prachyuti doshena. So imagine at the time of labor, birth, the mother goes through, அதாவது ஒரு உயிர் போய் இன்னொரு உசுறு வந்த மாதிரி இருக்கும். It's like a second life for her, you know. So this Mrigi, the female deer, garbha prachuti doshena, because of the mistake or because of the mistake கூட இல்லை, அதாவது அதை எப்படி சொல்றதுன்னா because of the effort. Actually garbhasya tu purnataya tatra prachyutihi na bhavatyeva. Prathamam tu tatra the child should come out first and then the garbha uterus comes out, whereas here what happens, it just falls out immediately, which is a dosha of kind. It is a mistake, yeah. It's something like a miscarriage. Yeah? So that's why he says garbha prachuti dosha. Prachuti is usually a term which we use for miscarriage. So garbha prachuti doshena, because of the falling out of that garbha, prottunga akramanena cha, because of the effort that she took in akramanam, in jumping to a very high bank, Maitreya Saapi Harini, that Mrigi, the deer, Papata, it just fell onto the banks, and Mamaraja also died at that moment itself, which means this small child which was born is an orphan completely. Okay. Harinim tam vilokya atha vipannam nripa tapasaha mrigapotam samadaya nija ashramam agataha. He saw tam harinim vilokya, having seen that female deer, vipannam, vipadi yuktam harinim vilokya. So vipat here is maranam. Maranam apannam harinim vilokya, having seen that the female deer died. Nripa tapasaha, this king who was now a tapasa. Very similar to Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra was trying to achieve a lot more of things, whereas here Bharata wanted to only think about Vishnu here. He did not think about anything else. But this became a sangam for him. Mrigapotam samadaya. He took that small deer cub. Nijam ashramam agataha. He came back to his ashrama. Chakara anudinam cha asya mrigapotasya vai nripaha poshanam पुष्यमाणश्च सह तेन ववृधे मुने. हे मुने मैत्रेय, नृपः सह मृगपोतस्य नृप असौ नृपः, दिस किंग भरता, मृगपोतस्य पोषणम अनुदिनम चकार. He nurtured that deer cub every day. That is, he took care of that deer cub every day. Saha pushyamanaha, saha mrigapotaha cha tena vavridhe, tena poshanena. Because of that care that this king was taking, that mriga, that deer cub also, pushyamanaha, being nurtured in this manner, he also grew. Slowly that deer cub also found its place in that ashrama, and it also grew to a young deer. Chachara ashrama paryantam trinani gahaneshu saha durangatvacha shardulat trasad abhyayo punaha. It used to keep on grazing in the forest. Gahaneshu, vaneshu. It used to slowly keep finding its as familiarity increases, when you start grazing, trinani ashrama paryantam saha chachara, until the end of that ashrama it kept on grazing the grass that was there. Trinani chachara, gahaneshu chachara, tadanantaram duram gatva gahaneshu api chachara. It tried to, as it was familiarized by the surroundings of the ashrama, it tried to venture deeper and deeper into the forest. So it went deeper. Gahaneshu yada duram gatva chachara tada kim abhut Shardulatrasat, by the fear of a tiger, it would see or hear a tiger's roar, and immediately abhiyayayo, punaha ashramam abhiyayayo. Because of the fear from that tiger, it would immediately come back. So it would familiarize with a newer area, go and try to graze there, and as soon as it saw a tiger, Shardulam, it would immediately abhiyayayo, it came back again to the forest. To the ashrama. प्रातः गत्वा अतिदूरं च सायम् आयात् यथा आश्रमं पुनश्च भरतस्य अभूत् आश्रमस्य ऊटज अजिरे प्रातः अतिदूरं गत्वा in the morning it would go for a long distance and then it would come back again. So प्रातः गत्वा अतिदूरं it would go for a longer distance प्रातः काले तदनन्तरं सायंकाले सायं आयाति आयाति अथ आश्रमं सायं இதை பிரிச்சிருக்க கூடாது. this should be சேர்ந்து இருக்கணும். ஸோ சாயம் ஆயாதி அத ஆசிரமம்னு இருக்கணும். ஓகே, அந்த தப்பா அந்த நடுவில் I have put a space there. It should not be like that. So prataha atiduram gatva, it went for a longer distance in the morning, and then sayam during the evening it came back to the ashramam punaha kutra bharatasya ashramasya utacha ajire abhut, and then it just stayed in the parnashala. Ajiram is the ajira utaja ashramangaradu perusu, it is the entire hermitage, and then utaja is just the hut. It is one of the hut in that huge ashrama where there may be many different living spaces. Ajiram is the courtyard. Ajira nale idhula varum சப்தச்சதகந்தி அப்படின்னுட்டு இந்த கிராத்தார்ஜுனியத்தில் ஒரு ஸ்லோகத்தில் இந்த அஜிரங்கிற பதத்தை யூஸ் பண்ணுவார். கோர்ட்யார்ட்னு அர்த்தம். அதாவது முத்தம்னு சொல்கிறோம், இல்லைன்னா அந்த ஃப்ரண்ட்டில் இருக்கோ இல்லையோ அந்த ஸ்பேஸை வந்து அஜிரன்னு சொல்கிறது. ஸோ தட் அஜிரம் இஸ் தி ஃப்ரண்ட் கோர்ட்யார்ட் ஆஃப் தி ஹட் in which Bharata was staying. So Bharatasya ashramasya utaja ajire punaha abhut, he came and stayed in that courtyard. அதாவது இந்த வாசல்ல வந்து நாயை கட்டி வைக்கிற மாதிரி பண்ணுவோம் இல்லையா, அந்த மாதிரி he is saying. So it was just staying in the front porch portion of the ashrama. तस्य तस्मिन् मृगे दूर समीप परिवर्तिनी आसीत् चेतः समासक्तं न ययो अन्यतः द्विज. हे द्विज मैत्रेय, as that deer went far off or it came closer, dura sameepa parivartini, as it was changing its position. प्रातः काले तो दूरम् अगात्, तदनन्तरं सायंकाले तो अति समीपे एव वर्तते सा मृगपवतः इति कारणात् तस्मिन् मृगे दूर समीप इति परिवर्तिनी सति, as that deer cub was moving its position close by and far off, tasya chetaha api, the mind of that Bharata was also the samasaktam, tasmin mrige eva samasaktam. His mind was completely attached to that deer cub, which was either close by or it was far off. What does that mean? Sameepe asti chet tatra pashyanneva saha kalam yapayati, parantu duram yadi asti tarhi chintayatyeva kalam yapayati iti. So as is, if the deer was far off, then Bharata would be thinking about what it was doing, where it was going, or whether it was facing any difficulties in the forest where it was going in grazing. Tatha tasya manaha asit mrigapote eva. Yadi sameepe vartate tarhi it was right in front of him and he could enjoy it constantly. So anyataha na yayau, his mind chetaha tu, his mind did not go to any other vishaya other than that deer. He got so attached to it. Vimukta rajya tanayaha projjita ashesha bandhavaha mamatvam cha chakara uchchaihi tasmin harina valake. In that small deer cub he had a great mamatvam. I am mama mrigapotaha iti. That attachment of mama, mine, he belongs to me, that sort of a feeling was extreme in his mind. Uchchaihi chakara, for the king who had left behind his rajyam and his children. Vimukta rajya tanayaha saha, vimuktam rajyam tanayaha cha yena, by whom this kingdom and his own sons were all forsaken. That is, he had left them and come to the forest. Projjita ashesha bandhavaha, one who had left behind all of his relatives. Now what happened? He thought about this deer cub as his own. Mamatvam tatra chakara. That became a sort of an attachment for him. Okay, we will look at the rest of the story next class. Okay, Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vacham tato jayamudirayat.